need to worry about your newfound knowledge for your brand new life, which means more. Cause Hagins the power, you see that he has the. No need to worry about your newfound knowledge for your brand new life, which means more. Cause Hagins the power, you see that he has.
Somebody told me Hagins' passion was strong. Yeah, I can see that. Said love for his people was long. Yeah, I can feel that. Cause spitting knowledge, then the village was born. Hold on tight, we spitting fire tonight. Destroying lies, renewing lives like never before. He's teaching truth, withholding nothing, leaving you wanting more. He changed my life, uncovered truths that was written on walls. The hieroglyphs in ancient Egypt telling stories of all. Spent lonely nights teaching the fight while gripping on walls. He stands alone, not fearing nothing as he sits on the throne. Keep teaching knowledge, fearing nothing, so that we stand tall. The 10th giant, mighty hero, stacking this one for all, no doubt.
No need to worry about your newfound knowledge for your brand new life, which means more. Cause Hagins the power, you see that he has the. No need to worry about your newfound knowledge for your brand new life, which means more. Cause Hagins the power, you see that he has the.
Yo, I'm the type that like the scholars to shine. You've never seen a cat like this. His work is truly divine. This year, a dedication, he will always prevail. He chose this life, broke brand new ground here in the ATL. In Missouri, he continues to shine. Oh, ancient one, oh, can you hear me? This is Hagins' high time. Hop in the plane, flies through the air, walk in his shoes. Life will never be fair, no doubt.
Keep teaching, covering truth, changing our lives.
It's me, Omuda Kun, I'm vibing mighty and high. Gave me my name, Ancestral time, we seeking truth, no more lies. CJ, I love your vocals, they're so silky and smooth. We complement each other's sound, I see you making your moves.
That's right, CJ Afia with the vocals so smooth. Rocking the mic, wish I was there tonight with Omida Kun.
That's right, we spit that fire, vibing mighty tonight. We pay great homage to the mighty as we slay on the mic, no doubt.
No need to worry about your newfound knowledge for your brand new life, which means more. Cause Hagins the power, you see that he has the. No need to worry about your newfound knowledge for your brand new life, which means more. Cause Hagins the power, you see that he has the.
I so appreciate those two sisters, Queen CJ Afia and Queen Amita Kun of the African Village of Atlanta. Yeah, man, and they put that piece together for me. I certainly do appreciate those sisters. Thank you, sisters, for being who you are. Okay, and let me take their names off the screen because I am not them, right? Okay, let's get right into our opening song. One more time. God allowed us to come together one more time. So come on, family, lift your voice with me like you mean it. Let's let the world know. One more time. God allowed us to come together one more. Come on. One more time. God allowed us to come together one more time. One more time. God allowed us to come together. God allowed us to come together one more time. God allowed us to come together one more time. God allowed us to come together. God allowed us, yeah. To praise God's name, just to praise God's name. God allowed us to come together, to praise her name, to praise her name. God allowed us to come together. God allowed us, yeah. To sing our song, to sing our song. God allowed us to come together, sing our song, to sing our song, yeah, to sing our song. God allowed us to come together. God allowed us, yeah, yeah. Now put those hands together. Clap our hands. Clap our hands. God allowed us to come together. Clap our hands. Clap our hands. Clap our hands. God allowed us to come together. God allowed us, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody say one more time. One more time. God allowed us to come together. One more time. One more time. One more time. Oh, God allowed us. God allowed us, yeah. Come together one more time. God allowed us, yeah. Just to praise His name. God allowed us, yeah. She's been so good and kind. God allowed us, yeah. Oh, yes, she did. Ah, God allowed us, yeah. God allowed us, God allowed us to come together one more time. One more time. God allowed us to come together one more time. And brothers and sisters, I pray that you don't take that for granted. And I'm serious about that, man. You know, each day that the Most High allows us to awaken to see a new day, the first thing out of our mouths should be, thank you for a new day. Yeah, man. It's so good to have you guys with me again, wherever you are on this planet. Those of you here in the chat room with me, it's so good for us to come together as we are. As every time we come together, man, it's just wonderful. And I feel your energy. Ain't that deep? I mean, wherever you are, the fact that I know that we are here together, even though it's virtually, I'm energized by that. And I can feel your power. I feel your positive energy, you know? Yeah, man. Let's get right into the oath to the ancestors at this time. Okay, we never do anything without honoring those who have gone before us and made it possible for us to be where we are. So come on, let's lift our voices together, honor their life, deeds, legacy, and contribution at this time. Everybody, come on. Oh, ancestors, blacker than 1,000 midnights, African ancestors, it is to you that we, your children, give respect and honor. Oh, ancestors, we call upon you and welcome you in this place. African ancestors, let your presence fill this place. Oh, ancestors, who have been purposely excluded from the history books so that the world would not know of your greatness. Our African ancestors, who gave civilization to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave the arts to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave music to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave the sciences to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave mathematics to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave medicine to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave literature to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave philosophy to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave God consciousness to the world. Oh, ancestors, we thank you for devoting your life to make a future for us, your children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Now stand with us, strengthen us, guide us, teach us, and protect us from the snare of our enemies. Rise up, O African ancestors, and let our enemies be scattered, and give us the wisdom and the boldness to deal with our oppressors and those who would hinder the liberation and empowerment of our people. Rise up, O African ancestors, and live in us. Yes. And we will not fail to honor you. We will not fail to respect you. We will not fail to hear you. And we will not betray you. Ashe. And now, brothers and sisters, we want to take the time to honor just a few of the great Africans who have gone ahead of us. We call forth their great African names and honor them. To pharaohs Narmer, Zoja, Sneferu, Khufu, Khafre, Menkaure, and the great vizier and physician and multi-genius Imhotep, we say Ashe. To Queen Nitocris, Queen Sobek Neferu, Queen Ahotep, Queen Amos Nefertari, Queen King Hatshepsut, Nefertiti, Queen T, and Queen Nefertari II, we say Ashe. To Menkepen Tahuti Mays, known as Thutmose III, Amenhotep III, Akhenaten, Tut Ankh-Amen, Ursama Akra, Setepenra, Rametsi Meriamen, Ramses II, Shabaka, Taharka, Hannibal, and the great African warrior Shaka Zulu, we say Ashe. To all of the kings, queens, priests, and warriors of Nubia, Waset, Ethiopia, Kemet, Kenya, the Congo, Tanzania, Uganda, Central, South, and West Al-Kibu land, we say Ashe. To the more than 600 million Africans whose lives were lost in the European invasions of Africa and in the Middle Passage, we say Ashe. To the more than 300 million who have since lost their lives to racism and hate crimes, we say Ashe. To Harriet Tubman, Ashe. Frederick Douglass, Ashe. Mary McLeod Bethune, Ashe. Nat Turner, Ashe. Fannie Lou Hamer, Ashe. Sojourner Truth, Ashe. Carter G. Woodson, Ashe. Booker T. Washington, Ashe. Dr. Charles Drew, Ashe. Noble Drew Ali, Ashe. Benjamin Banneker, Ashe. George Washington Carver, Ashe. Bishop Richard Allen, Ashe. Bishop Charles Harrison Mason, Ashe. Howard Thurman, Ashe. Mother Mahalia Jackson, Ashe. The Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, Ashe. Benjamin E. May, Ashe. Langston Hughes, Ashe. Medgar Evers, Ashe. Paul Robeson, Ashe. Dr. Martin Luther King, Ashe. Malcolm X, Ashe. Thurgood Marshall, Ashe. Mother Clara Hale, Ashe. Adam Clayton Powell, Ashe. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Ashe. Dr. Amos Wilson, Ashe. Dr. John Henrik Clark, Ashe. Dr. John G. Jackson, Dr. Shikata Diaz, Dr. Chancellor Williams, Dr. George G.M. James, Patrice Lumumba, Kwame Ture, Kwame Nkrumah, Dr. Khalid Muhammad, Dr. Jacob Carruthers, Dr. Ashaka Musa Barashango, Brother Ray Charles, to our mothers and fathers, our grandmothers and grandfathers, to our great-grandmothers and great-grandfathers, our brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, aunts and uncles, nieces, nephews, cousins, and all those who have gone ahead of us and have made their ancestral transition to their life, deeds, legacy, and contributions. We say Ashe. Again we say Ashe. Again we say Ashe.
Now we lift our voices together and sing this praise in the Arabic tongue, saying Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillah. Allahu Akbar. The English words are these: God is great and He's worthy to be praised. I say hallelujah. God is great, yes, and He's worthy to be praised. say hallelujah. So God make us one. We all should be one. And then the unbelievers will come and say you are with us. God make us one. We all should be one. And then the unbelievers will come and say you are with us. God make us one. We all should be one. And then the unbelievers will come and will say you are with us. Yeah. Oh, yes, family. Woo, man, yeah. Allahu Akbar. To the one true and living Most High God, we give praise and honor and glory today. Yes, we do. Family, it's always wonderful when we have the opportunity to come together as we are right now. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for making time out of your schedule. You could have been anywhere right now, but here you are. And I thank you for that. Thank you for making time to be with your brother today. And hey, man, here we are. What can I tell you? And, I'm excited about the fact that you guys are so faithful. You're so loyal. What can I tell you, man? I don't have the words to express how much I appreciate your loyalty, your faithfulness to be with me here every Sunday morning, or noon, wherever you are, whatever time it is where you are on today on this planet. I'm glad you're with me right now, And when we come together like this, it's power. I read the comments, that be on YouTube and on our Facebook, the text messages I get from you guys. And it's just absolutely wonderful how the teachings is making a difference in your life and returning us back to the awareness of ourselves and empowering us with the knowledge of ourselves so that we can move forward as we're supposed to, Absolutely great. I thank you guys for keeping me in your prayers, especially, of course, I'm taking one day at a time, doing the best I know how, to stay as healthy as I can, as I fight this disorder. Or let me turn that off. This disorder here, oh man, yeah. What can I tell you? But nonetheless, I'm thankful. I'm thankful to you guys for all that you are and helping me to, just, hey, do what I do. It's wonderful, Again, forgive that. You shouldn't hear that no more during the show anyway. I just turned off the signal there. Yeah, man. It's just good. Oh, family, listen, today we have a very special teaching for you. I want to deal with something today that is long overdue. I've dealt with it before, of course, but it's something that's long overdue as far as our culture is concerned. It's long overdue as far as our mindset, our mentality is concerned. And that is our attitude toward our women. Okay? Today's message is respecting, honoring the divine feminine principle. We've gotten away from that. And in the message today, I want you to learn, okay, if you don't already know, about the various cultures around the world that always prayed to the feminine principle. Yes. And in fact, some cultures, it was the feminine principle that is considered to be the creator. You follow me? And when you think about it, it's not hard to understand. Who gives life? Who's the life giver? When you think about the fact that you can plant a seed in a woman's womb and 9 months later, this being comes out fully formed, while all took place inside that woman. Man, that's a powerful thing. And the Most High chose to give that glorious responsibility to the female, not the male. Isn't that deep? Okay, and there's a reason for that. The reason why God does what God does. And hopefully in today's message, you'll understand it. And at the end of today's message, I hope that you will have a whole different, total respect and recognition for our women. Okay, understanding the divine feminine principle. So let's get ready to get into that at this time. Okay, and before doing that, notice, of course, I always start my teachings off with this illustration. The space inside this circle represents my realm of knowledge. All that I think I know about whatever I think I know is depicted right here within this circle. And I must keep in mind that there is more to know than what is within the circumference of my awareness. Okay, understand that. If you can grab that, you'll be able to grab a lot of the things that I say a lot easier, because a lot of the things that I'm going to say as a teacher, it's probably going to be outside of your circumference of awareness. It doesn't mean I'm wrong. It only means you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so make note of it. Go do the research. Okay, to go do the research, and free your African mind. All right. Also, family, keep this in mind. Why do I do this? Okay. If you don't know by now, okay, those of you who've been listening to me for years, if you don't know by now what my whole purpose of being on this planet is, you're never going to know it. Okay. Here it is, real simple. Why did Ray Hagins even come out of his mother's womb? Okay. My assignment, my purpose on this planet is to begin the process of undoing and reversing ideas and concepts that have been programmed into the minds of our people by religious statements and church doctrines, that have been programmed into the minds of our folk, that have caused us to adopt a belief system that has resulted in our loss of contact with what is real, our loss of contact with what is factual, our loss of contact with what is historical, but most of all, we've lost contact with what is spiritual. Okay. And to you religious leaders out there, remember this as well. Okay. When you've told so many lies on top of each other over the centuries, that telling the truth about one of your early foundational lies would unravel all the lies that have been defensively piled on top of it, thus exposing you for what you truly are, you have no choice but to continue to lie. If you want to maintain your ability and control over another person's reality based on the lies about what you are and who they are, you can never tell the truth. Okay? So my plea to you today, religious leaders and those of you who are keeping people enslaved, is free the people. Let your people go. If it means you have to resign or step down, then do that. Okay? Let the people go, man. You don't be modern day pharaohs and holding people enslaved. No, don't do that, okay? Yeah. Well, brothers and sisters, what I want to teach about today, as I said, is recognizing the divine feminine principle. Yeah. Recognizing the divine feminine principle, okay? And hey, man, as you listen to the message today, I trust that you will learn, get something to write with, okay? And be a part of this growth development experience. Okay. All right. We'll be back after the message. Peace.
And as you notice in the program today, we read in the scripture reading today, it says, dear ones, don't forget what you've been taught. Take the truth to heart. It will help you live a long time, a long life, live full and well. Never lose your grip on love and loyalty. Tie them around your neck. Carve their initials on your heart. Earn a reputation for living well in God's eyes and the eyes of the people. Trust God with all of your heart and don't try to figure everything out on your own. Listen for God's voice in everything you do, everywhere you go, for she is the one who will keep you on track. Never assume that you know it all. Do what you know is the will of God. If you live by truth, justice, and righteousness, your body will glow with health. Can I get a witness? Your very bones will vibrate with life. Honor God with everything you own. Give her the first and the best. Your homes will prosper and your cabinets will always be filled.
Never resent God's discipline. Don't sulk because of her loving correction. It's the child she loves that she corrects. A mother's delight is the reason for this. And as you see there, it says transliterated. And needless to say, that's my transliteration of Proverbs 3, 1 through 12. I don't want to see transliterated by Ray Hagins because somebody will say, oh, there you go, changing the word. You know? It's amazing. White folk can write something and we accept it. A black scholar put it together and we say, oh, I don't know about that. Brothers and sisters, there is hardly a week that goes by without someone asking me, why did you say she when referring to God? This designation of referring to God in the feminine perspective seems to be a problem for some people. Right? Now, some deep stuff, because I can stand here and say, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. And y'all ain't got no problem with that. But if I say, Mother God, it automatically puts everybody on in a kind of uneasiness. To speak of God as she in today's society is regarded as feminism, or a deliberate effort to diminish the position of the male in the divine order of things. You see, if you were raised as a Christian, whether it was Presbyterian, Catholic, Baptist, Church of God in Christ, Apostolic, I don't care. All of them taught you that the order of echelon is God, then under God is the man, then under the man is the woman, and then under the woman are the children. And we were all taught that that is the divine order. Some deep stuff. What we need to understand is that the recognition of the feminine aspect of the divinity, of the deity, of the supreme being, whatever word you want to use here, the feminine aspect of the Almighty has a history that dates back to well over 80,000 years. From a Set in Kemet to Amaterasu in Japan, to Kuan Yin in China, to Tara in Tibet, to Shakti in India, to Akuaba in Africa, to Ishtar and Asatar in Middle East, to Demeter, Aphrodite, and Venus in Greece and Rome, to the great goddess of Willendorf. All of these are feminine acknowledgments of the Almighty. The Divine Mother, it's called, has a long tradition in the history of the consciousness of every culture on this planet except the white man. All right. Did y'all hear what I said? This whole idea of God being the Father of us all just came into existence somewhere between 1500 and 1000 BCE. So there is a need to reinstate a sense of the goddess. Y'all hear me? Within the understanding of the divine. Why is that? Because if it wasn't for the nurturing principle of the goddess, none of us would be here. Brother Wood just sang a song. Even though the title was, He Didn't Give Up on Me. They wasn't that the title? He, or God, okay, good. God didn't give up on me. You need to understand, the entity that he was describing in that song is the characteristic of Mama. Mama don't give up on me. Can I get a witness? Daddy. Daddy, tell you a minute, I ain't doing that. I done told him. He done made his bed hard, let him live it. That's Daddy talking. I done said, how much you mess up, Mama? I'll give you another chance. And guess what, y'all? That's how God is. I look at how messed up we are as a people in this society. Many of our problems, you know, and trying to determine the pathology of a messed up psychosis, it is necessary to go to the root cause of the problem. You follow what I'm saying? Many of our problems arise as a result of looking at God only as He. The He who initiates war. The He of the Bible and of other religious literature that sanctions genocide. The He of the Bible that says, if you don't walk according to my statutes, I'm going to condemn you to eternal damnation. The He. Y'all, am I making sense, y'all? That's where wars and conquests come from. If you look through history, the nature to conquer is in the He, not in the she quality of existence. You can walk into a man's office and see where he killed that bear standing there. You'll never see an animal in a woman's office that she killed. You'll never see a deer's head mounted on the wall in a woman's office. You know why? Because women, the feminine principle, is not controlled by that masculine, egotistic perspective that we attribute to the Almighty. Man, as the ancient African taught, as the Taoist taught, what was that you said, Pastor? It's pronounced Taoist. Write it down. Taoist. Taoist. As the Buddhist taught, as the Hindu Hindus taught and still teach. Every culture pretty much teaches this except the masculine influenced cultures of the three major Western religions. Oh, I gotta go here with you. I want y'all to see how we done messed stuff up here. When we look from the perspective of Christianity, it's a patriarchal belief system. When we look at Islam, it's a patriarchal belief system. The women in Islam have to take a secondary position. Can't even pray with the brothers. Got to pray back there. Am I right, Muslims? And Christianity, in case y'all didn't know it, y'all ever see churches with a balcony in it? The balcony was built for y'all women. And it wasn't the choir, it ain't for the choir. Back when it was originally built, it was so that the women could gather in the balcony in the backs. Judaism, women don't even go to the temple. The men go to the synagogue and sit around and debate and intellectually masturbate. It's all about a patriarchal perspective in Christianity, Islam, and Judaism in that order, because Judaism was the last one created, in case y'all didn't know it. That's another lecture in itself. Give my lecture on the illegitimacy of a people called Jews. We need to understand that without the divine feminine principle incorporated into the Godhead, or our concept of the Godhead, we have only told at best half of the story regarding the divine nature. And as a result of leaving out the feminine principle, the success of our endeavors ends up falling short. We talked about what the white man did when he went into Kemet and got rid of the feminine principle out of the Trinity. We talked about how he did that, but yet, because we've been raised in that same paradigm, we do it too. Without realizing it. The feminine principle is viewed by the ancient traditions as the principle of birth. Check this out. Transformation and rebirth and the nurturing and sustaining influence in the universe. The feminine principle. What did I just say? The feminine principle is the responsive nature of the universe in juxtaposition to the male principle, which is the proactive and initiating nature of the universe. Now, before going any further, to be sure that you're not mistaking what I'm saying, I am not saying that God is a woman. Some women want me to say that. That's equally erroneous. God is not a woman. God is not a man. Are we clear? Because see, ain't the one thing that determines that.
All right.
And that's under your clothes. God does not have that. The Almighty, the Supreme Being, does not have genitalia. However, for the sake of understanding with our finite minds something about the Almighty, we need to understand it from the perspective on which we are able to think. So the Almighty created a duality in creation. It's called male and female. Y'all follow what I'm saying? The principle. The European has a problem with the female principle. That's why they sees the feminine principle as weak. The male mind sees the feminine principle as inferior. The male mind sees the feminine principle as unworthy of trust. Our view of God is out of balance, y'all. And the world scene reflects that. As I just said, the patriarchal view of God dominates Western culture. And when I say Western culture, I'm talking to three major Western religions. And again, what are they? Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. The traditions of the West have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that they are not ecologically responsive and responsible. Look at us. Look at the world around you. It's only in the male principle that we're always trying to conquer something. The male principle is trying to conquer nature. When have y'all turned on the hunting channel and saw a woman hunting ducks? You don't see that. And if a woman does go hunting, it's because she's trying to hang out with her man. Well, honey wants to go hunting, so let's go. And she's trying to shoot. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to. It's just not in their nature. The man's nature, he kills something. Look how big that is. Look how big. Take my picture with it. Take my picture with it. We don't have respect for nature. And I'll tell you why, brothers. Because we are unnatural. Am I talking too heavy for y'all? Because I'm getting ready to drop some stuff on y'all. Get ready to drop some stuff on you. Now this is some deep stuff how this works. The unnatural entity has been placed in the position of headship. Y'all hear me? Yeah. The balanced entity, meaning the feminine principle, has been placed in the position to honor her head. And who's her head? Her man, right? But yet her head is unnatural. You see why we got a mess? That's why when people stand up and say, we've been married for 25 years, folks say, woo! And if they say they've been married for 50 years, they say, wow! Folks who only been married for 2 years, that's nice. The response of the applause is because the longer you live in this unnatural state, you need an applause. We're applauding you because you are able to do what a lot of folks can't do. That's right. And that's live in something called the union of opposites. The European mind has reversed our homes. The European mind has reversed our culture to where the one who's supposed to be at the top, not from an egotistical perspective, but from a God-conscious perspective. The one who is supposed to be at the top has been put under the one who's unnatural. Come on. Now, brothers, some of you might not like this message. But I decided years ago I'm going to stop saying what folk like and say what needs to be said for the healing of our people. Now, let me give you biologically right us up. It created what we call, follow what I'm saying, it literally created what we call brain damaged state. Now understand how, this is scientific what I'm saying to you. The veins in your head on the side of the heart is the strongest blood vessels. And they grow from the left to the right. And when your brain is in its developmental stages, when that pregnant woman releases testosterone, and those male chromosomes absorb that testosterone, it literally inhibits the development within the brain from left to right.
Come on now, Jay.
There are two hemispheres in the brain. That's right. The left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. Guess what, y'all? Spirituality is in the right hemisphere of the brain. So brothers, because we got brain damage, because of testosterone in our mother's womb, that inhibited the vascular development within our brain from the left side to the right side, we're weak on the right side of the brain. Now what I'm talking to you is medical fact. This ain't theology, this ain't a belief system, this is fact. So consequently, brothers, we operate mainly in the left hemisphere of the brain. And it's on the left hemisphere of the brain where we analyze everything. It's in the left hemisphere of the brain where we, instead of synthesizing, we create an antithesis. We create our own problem.
Come on now.
Am I making sense, y'all? That's the left side of the brain. That's why a group of brothers can get together and won't accomplish a damn thing. Because the left side of the brain wants to break it all down. And wives, can y'all bear witness to where women? Have I got a witness? Now, listen, it ain't your fault. It really ain't our fault. That's simply the way it is. That's the way God wired us. That's why throughout history, see, when women, if you have the feminine chromosomes in the mother's womb, the female resists the testosterone. So being that it's a diminished amount of testosterone or no testosterone, you have full development from left to right. So women, y'all are both sides of the brain. That's medical fact. We're left brain in our actions and everything dominant. Now ain't that we can't go with, and that's why, now let me go real deep with y'all. I'm getting away from the notes now, but I just gotta go here and help you understand this. And please understand, I gotta preface what I'm about to say. What I'm about to say is not advocating homosexuality in any way whatsoever. But brothers, the males who get a lesser amount of testosterone. You follow what I'm saying? Guess what? Because they have a lesser amount of testosterone, they have more development to the right side of their brain. So guess what? They're able to tap more so into their feminine side. And in case if you don't want to admit that you have a feminine side, you got a problem. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Was that too deep for y'all? What I just said? He trying to say I'm a faggot. No, I didn't say no such thing. I ain't said nothing like that. You see how messed up we are? See? The truth of the matter is, before all of this tampering with nature came along, okay, we were more people ate healthier, pregnancies were healthier. When males and females were born, they were more properly developed according to the design
All right, I ain't gonna go over there. Just like you have the male who got a lesser amount of testosterone, you got some female fetuses that absorb testosterone, and they are a little bit more masculine. These are the sisters that got the beards growing. It don't mean that they are lesbians. It means they have a higher level of testosterone. You'd be surprised how many sisters spend a whole lot of time in private getting that hair out their face. Because they don't want you to see it. I remember when I was a little boy, Mother Thomas in Princeton, New Jersey. We went down to her church and she said, "Oh, Ray, come here, Ray." She had a mustache, scared the hell out of me. I said, and she was a big woman. I mean, stand like a damn tall. She kind of walk kind of masculine, you know. And man, Mother Thomas. She had a serious mustache, brother. And she didn't try to get rid of it either back in that day. But that lady could cook. Ooh, that lady could cook. Okay, that's way off from the number. There's much evidence, brothers and sisters, to support the evidence or existence of the feminine principle within the human psyche alongside that of the male principle. In other words, the balance. You should have the balance between the male principle in the left dominant side of the brain and the female principle in the right side dominant brain. Now, what's really deep about it, let me show you how this works. Those of you who understand this about yourself, you are master manipulators, sisters. Because see, where y'all get us is whenever you get ready, you can jump into your left side of the brain and deal with us on our level. With the wisdom from the right side of the brain. Okay? And then what happens is at a certain point, at a specific point in the discussion, you jump back to the right side of the brain. And then that's when you hit those emotional switches. Where you know just how to say what you want to say at the right time to make that. See, what happened is you cheated on the brother because he can't go to the right side of the brain with you. You left him over there on the left side. And that's when brothers who are out of control ball up their fists at that point and want to knock you out. But they don't have no other recourse because you left them over there on the left side. I love being a psychologist. Yeah, buddy. The goddess image has surrounded our planet, brothers and sisters, like I said, for almost 80,000 years. For many thousands of years, our people, Africans, understood that if you fail to show respect, follow this, they understood, and we understood, and they taught it to their youth. If you fail to show respect to the feminine principle, the results can be destructive. And to help Africans maintain that awareness, there was a woman in every village who was the earthly representative of the divine Mother Goddess. The village representative of the Almighty was called the Queen Mother of the village. And everybody in the village honored her because they all knew they came out of her. Am I making sense, people? They brought us over here and got rid of that concept. But yet every black church has a church mama. Many don't even know why they have it. Because church mother is not taught in the Bible. You follow what I'm saying? It's our genetic memory bank kicking in and saying we have to put a woman at the point of spiritual height here because God has naturally endowed the woman with that female principle of right balance. Now, oh, buddy, gotta drop this too. Gotta tell it like it is. I'm talking about sisters who are in balance. Because nothing is as destructive as the feminine principle out of balance. The feminine principle out of balance is like an atomic bomb in any entity that she's associated with. If it's in the home, if it's in the church, if it's in the corporation, on your job, if you got a feminine principle that is out of balance, wow. Because God has given you, sisters, mothers, God has given you the power to heal with a smile. And God has given you the power to destroy with a glance. Y'all ever see that happen? Now brothers, sisters, y'all can sit up in a room and have a fight with each other and never open your mouth. I'm serious. I ain't gonna stay here long. But that's some deep stuff. How you can actually send invisible arrows and bullets and spears across the room. I remember one time in my previous pastor, not here, even though I've been counting it here too, but in my previous pastor, this sister came to me one day after church. She said, "Pastor, I ain't coming back here no more." I said, "Why? What's wrong?" "Because she don't like me." I said, "What do you mean she don't like you? What did she do to you?" "She ain't do nothing to me." "Well, then how do you know she don't like you?" "I just know." I couldn't understand that at the time. Because that didn't make, see, I'm left brain. Y'all follow what I'm saying? See, that didn't make, see, sisters, you gotta understand this, okay? Whatever you saying to your man, to your brother, it's got to make sense. Because whatever you say, that's what he's gonna dissect. Y'all follow what I'm saying? Why is that? Because we got brain damage. We don't know how to hear what you mean. We go by what you say. I'm telling you, because the left side of the brain is analysis. I gotta analyze it. And sisters, I don't know why I'm stuck in this area right here. But see, sisters, you can be talking, okay? And you on a roll trying to explain yourself. And that left brain brother said, "Wait a minute, stop, hold up. Well, let me just say what I gotta say." No, I gotta address what you just said before you go any further. I gotta break it down. I gotta analyze this thing here. You follow what I'm saying? Y'all got distracted by that. You see what I'm saying? The left brain brother, he can't keep up with your discussion because you're speaking out of emotions, which is in the right side of the brain. And the right side of the brain say, "You never let me express myself." Left side of the brain say, "Yes, I do want you to express yourself, but take your time. Because we gotta analyze it as you do it. You can't do that to the right side of the brain. Right side of the brain gotta go. It's gotta express itself. You can't stop And the truth of the matter is, all you did is sat there and kept your mouth shut. Just say, That's why. Man, I don't know how I got way off my notes. I got way off my notes. Okay? But that's why you see people who've been married a long time. Look at the brothers who've been married a while. They don't talk much. Chapter, the 5th verse for me right quick. Now y'all brothers remember this now. The goddess image was diminished under the influence of Euro-pagan Gentile influence. And when the goddess image was diminished, male gods surfaced, like Zeus, Indra, Yahweh, Thor, and of course, the male image of the Almighty God as taught in Christendom. There are many theories about why this shift took place, and I don't want to even try to speculate into all of the reasons, but one thing my research has shown me, and that is, as a result of this shift, something was lost in humanity. As masculine as the biblical text is, did y'all hear how I said that? As masculine or male principle focused as the biblical text is, in James 1 and 5, it says it perfectly well. Who has James 1 and 5? Read it for me real loud.
If any of you lack wisdom,
If any of you lack wisdom,
let him ask of God,
let him ask of God,
that give it to all men liberally,
that give it to all men liberally, and
upbraideth
upbraideth not,
and
and
it shall be
it shall be given to him. Now, here's the deep thing. Because we've been programmed to pray, Our Father, which art in heaven, whenever you hear anything about ask God, petition God, in our mind, in our psyche, we envision praying to this white man with white hair all over his head up in the sky. And a lot of that influence comes from Michelangelo's painting on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. You follow what I'm saying? See, images are very strong. But what's deep here is in this text, it says, if any of you lack wisdom, in case you didn't know it, and don't take my word for it, verify it for yourself. Look it up in your Strong's Concordance. The word wisdom in Strong's Concordance is the word Sophia.
Come on now. Come on.
Who told you? When did they ever stop to teach us that wisdom is the feminine principle? They knew it. The Greeks knew it. That's why they named it Sophia. So now when you meet somebody whose name is Sophia, you know what it means. It means wisdom, the goddess principle. And the text is saying, if any of you lack Sophia, go to that principle and seek assistance. Not go to some man figure. Within the realm of African philosophical and anthropological thought, the fundamental principles of God were manifested interested in the imagery of a beautiful woman with outstretched wings. And if you look inside, if you look right on the front of your program, at the bottom image there is that image I'm talking about. That image is called Ma'at. It was from this one image right here that is millennia, many millennia old in ancient Kemet. It is from this image that the white man came up with the idea of what they call today angels. Y'all follow what I'm saying? It is from this image right here that the white man stole the concepts of that God is like a hen. And when the children are in trouble, she, not he, she gathers her young up under her wings. The supreme deity in the biblical text is described by an analogy to the action of a female bird protecting her young. Somebody turn to Deuteronomy 32. Deuteronomy, that's the 5th book of the Bible, right? All right, so you ain't looking in the New Testament for it. Deuteronomy 32, verse 11 and 12. When you get it, read it nice and loud, please.
As an eagle stirs up her nest.
And now notice this. It didn't say as a vulture or as the horse hawk. It says as an eagle stirreth up her nest, not his nest. And the reason for that, brothers and sisters, is because the female eagle is much bigger than the male eagle. The female eagle is much more powerful than the male eagle. The female eagle flies higher than the male eagle. Come on. As the eagle stirreth up her nest, read on.
Fluttereth over her young.
Now what does that mean? Check this out, check this out. Here we have the female eagle. Now I'm getting ready to also explain to you another cause of our problem. Follow me well now. The black woman has stopped being an eagle.
Break it down, guys.
Here it says, as the eagle stirreth her nest. What that means is she got some baby eagles in it, some young eagles in her nest. At a certain time, Mama Eagle say, it's time for you to grow up now.
Right.
Not Daddy Eagle, Mama Eagle. She flaps her wings. Get up out of here. Get up out of here. I ain't gonna let you be grown living up in my nest with me. Black women have stopped being Mama Eagle. And as a result of a Eurocentric perspective, women now love their young eagle sons instead of flapping their wings and making them fly on their own. Read it right there in the text. What is it going to say?
Spreadeth abroad her
She
wings.
spreadeth abroad her wings. And check this out. What happens?
Taketh them.
She taketh them. Now there's some things stuff. Look how this works. Again, the male eagle's wings ain't even strong enough to do this. The female eagle's wings are built by God to do what we can ready to read. She puts her young on her wings. Now that's some deep stuff, because in my mind I want to know how you gonna fly? How you gonna flap them wings and they on there too? God wired that female eagle to do that. Taketh them, beareth them on her wings. Ooh, baby. Now, so you understand how this goes. Mama eagle. Say, all right, come on, y'all. Come on. Get on up here. Get up, get on up here. All right. And she leaps up out that nest, which is very high up in the air. Okay? And all she does with her wings is she just spreads those jokers out like this. And she goes down and picks up speed. You know, because the more you dive down, the faster you fly, and she fans that tail and zoom. And then when she get way up in the air, way up in the air, not down by the ground where it's safe, way up in the air, she's all right, y'all get off. And some of them get scared. I don't want to go. I said, get off. Get off. And then they'll get off, she gets them off. You know why? Because if they don't ever learn to fly at the right time, they will never be eagles. Now listen to me, so how this works, because she doesn't abandon them. She just pushes them out there because she knows they ain't gonna leave on them. I think I may have shared this with you, but when I talk about stuff like this, I think about my mom, who said to me one day, we living in a mansion, 14-room mansion. And she said, Ray, I want to see you get your own place. Ain't nobody in the house but me and her. Now, the left side of my brain said, that don't make no sense. I got my own bedroom, I got my own sitting room, I got my own bathroom, I have my own quarters on one street, East 38th Street. She had hers on East 39th Street. That's how big the house was. It took up one block. It still is. That's how big that house is. So why I gotta get my own place? Mama Eagle knew that if that did not happen, I would be the man that I am today. I'd probably still be living off a woman somewhere. You follow what I'm saying? Oh, let me move on. The female eagle, larger and stronger than the male, does the bulk of the incubation of the eggs as well as the hunting. She's the one who bears the eagle on her wings when it's time for them to leave the nest. She swoops down. If they have a problem, look like they're gonna fall to the ground and die, Mama Eagle spreads those wings and she swoops down and catches them on her back. Now she's a bad mom. Catches them on her back and says, sorry baby, you're gonna try again tomorrow. I ain't gonna let you think that don't get comfortable. All right, we're gonna do this again tomorrow, okay? And we're going to keep on doing it until you know how to spread your wings and fly on your own. But you ain't going to stay in my nest with me. It ain't that big. Yeah, buddy. It's a powerful image of God. And notice that the Bible chose to use Mama Eagle as the example of the Almighty. Black woman, as I close this, be all of the divinity that is within you. We got a lot of work to do, y'all. We have to de-educate and then re-educate ourselves. The de-education process is painful, and it might mean deleting half or more of what you've been taught. But all you gotta do is look at our condition. If you look at our condition as black people in the world now, not just this country, in the world as a result of taking on a culture that's not ours. If you just look at our condition, and if you would be honest about it, you would have to admit that something has to change. We cannot maintain it the way it is and expect victory. The answer lies in us first getting to know the Almighty. The answer lies in us first getting to know the God essence. Oh, y'all write this down. Write it down. That's how I said it. Write down the word goddess. G-O-D-D-E-S-S. Goddess. And then attach to the end of that word the letters E-N-C-E. And notice what you come up with. Not only do you come up with goddess, but you come up with the God essence. Y'all see it? The God essence. The God essence. Those of you who say you know God, you don't know God if you don't see God in the black woman.
That's right. Right.
You don't know God. Our hope of resurrection. Now, all you got to do is look at our story. All through our trials and tribulations, who has it been that's been our strength? The black woman. It was the strength of the black woman that got us through slavery. It's the strength of the black woman right now today that's got us existing in this madness. It's the black woman that keeps the balance, but it's that European ego male thing that got the brothers walking around like they the ones that's it. Brothers, I ain't beating up on us. I'm trying to tell the truth. We all have a basic human need to put the inexplicable into a tangible form in order to explore our relationship to it. That's how the mind works, especially the left brain. So as a result of trying to put the inexplicable in a form that we can relate to it, we have a tendency to anthropomorphize what we don't understand. Follow what I'm saying. Anthropomorphize. What does that mean? Anthropos, man. Morph, image, to change, to develop. So when we say anthropomorphize or anthropomorphism, what we're saying is we're taking what we don't understand and putting it in the form of man, so that our finite mind can make some sense of it. But the thing is, when you've been taught to see the male principle as the deity, then when you anthropomorphize in your mind, you paint a masculine image of the Almighty. Did I lose you? And that's where we messed up. All you got to do is look at your experience. Your experience in life. Every last one of us in this room, we got to where we were in life not because of daddy. Right. You know what? I don't speak for you. I can testify to that. Even though I live with my aunt and uncle who are called Bishop and Sister Gilmore. Bishop Gilmore, many nights. I remember one time he came to me, he said, be in this house before 12 o'clock. That's what he told me. So I tried. I got home about 12:05. And I stuck my key in the door and the chain was on. Rang the doorbell. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Did that for about 15 minutes. Ain't nobody come. I'm 17 years old at this point. About 3 o'clock in the morning, because since he wouldn't open the door, I didn't know nowhere else to go but to the church. So I walked all the way across town. Since I was a minister of music, I had a key to church, went on into church, and laid down on the couch in the church. About 3 o'clock in the morning, guess who found me? Mama. Bishop Gilmore meant what he said. I don't care what happened to him out there. But she couldn't sleep. She got in her car and she looked for me and she started calling people, waking folk up. Where is my son? And she came to the church and found me and saw me there sleeping. And after she said, then she had to play the role of being mad like her husband. You know what I'm saying? You know, get up, boy, get up. And all I can see her smiling. "Ooh, I'm so glad I'm out. I'm so glad I'm out." You know? We talked about that thing for years. The divine essence or absolute has become, in our minds, a father God instead of a mother God. We got to correct that. It's the mother characteristics that we find in God. Patience, forbearance, right? Love. How many of y'all seen the baby mess on themselves? Mess on themselves. Baby change the diaper. All right, I'll change it. Not even a good hour later, mess on itself again. I ain't changing no more. Mother changed that diaper, smelling all that mess, and little baby. That ain't trying to kiss no behind after the doo-doo, man. That ain't trying to do that. See what mama does? Y'all get the picture? That is the real example of the love of the Almighty Goddess. So let's not betray our deliverance by referring to the Goddess in a principle that is not correct. I invite you to welcome, I'm inviting you to welcome the feminine image of the Almighty. The Goddess back into your African consciousness. And feel and see how your personal experience with the Almighty will become more realistic to you, because you would have had an earthly example of it. As we allow the Goddess to reemerge in consciousness, her compassion and Sophia will begin to unfold in us, and then we will begin to express that to each other. When you have that feminine principle in your nature as how you treat each other, guess what, y'all? You will treat each other with more compassion. You will treat each other with more understanding. You will treat each other with more love. But as long as you got that father mentality, that's how you would treat each other. Hard, calloused, unforgiving, impatient. You follow what I'm saying? The sacred feminine, or the divine mother, is capable of assisting in the fulfillment of our existence as Black African people in this foreign land. The divine principle of Almighty Goddess is here to give us the strength we need to heal ourselves as a people. And then we can manifest the power that we should. Ashe.
Whoa. Wow, man. Yeah. Woo. What can I tell you? Recognizing, honoring, respecting the divine feminine principle that we grew up without an awareness of, because we grew up in a chauvinistic, male chauvinistic culture. And it has taught us not to honor. Literally, we compulsively dishonor our women. Compulsively, meaning we do it without realizing it. It's not that we're disrespecting them. We're just not honoring them because we're not honoring their position. That is the vessel that God put here for us to guide and direct us. That, hey, what can I tell you? And I know the spirit of chauvinism is attacking right now, saying that man don't know what he's talking about. That man's crazy. Y'all, you'll get it together after a while. You will. Okay, but until we return to respecting and honoring the divine feminine principle in our women, understanding that they are more closer to the expression of the deity than we are. Okay, until we return to that, we're not going to get to where we're supposed to be.
All right. I trust you got something out of today's message. Yeah, okay. Well, listen, let's do this right now. Okay, let's take a moment now and get ready to get out of here. Okay, but before doing that, those of you who are listening on YouTube, please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, I'm trying to get 1 million subscribers there. Okay, so if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe to that YouTube channel there. Okay, and you see there my email address is rayhagins@gmail.com. Okay, and that's where you can communicate with me most effectively is through email, not text, not calls, but the email. Okay, I'm always checking my email pretty much. Okay, so email me if you need to. Please feel free to do that, or you can go on our website. All right, theafricanvillage.org. You see the address there. Okay, and on our website there is a tab at the top of the page, Q&A with Dr. Ray. Click that tab if you have any questions you want to send to me. Okay, and I'll answer them and get back to you. All right. Also, brothers and sisters, I encourage you to log on and listen to me teaching 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on our Black Liberation Webcasting Network, and it's there on our website. Okay. When you go to the website, let me see them pull up so I'm not misdirecting you there. All right. Let's do this way. When you go to the website, okay, you'll see a tab that says Black Liberation Live. Okay. If you click that tab, all right, the first thing that you will see will be our radio station, which is airing 24/7 nonstop. All right. And the screen underneath that is our television station, Black Lib TV. All right. And of course, that's when I want to broadcast something, okay, or webcast something out to the world. And I don't have to worry about Facebook or YouTube saying you're violating community standards and all that kind of stuff and taking it down, okay, because it'll be on my own channel. Got what I'm saying? And like I said, Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that got his own. That's your power, okay? So brothers and sisters, go ahead and avail yourselves to our 24-hour day, 7-day a week, broadcast, okay? Also, brothers and sisters, we encourage you to make your donations to support our work. And I thank those of you who've been donating. Thank you so very much. Okay, it's been helping us to stay afloat and getting the message out there. You see our PayPal address there. If you want to make your donation on PayPal, is there. Or you can go on the website, and there's a tab at the top that says Donate. That also takes you to our PayPal link. And on that link, you can enter the amount that you want to donate. Okay. So you can go to the website and donate, or just go to paypal.com. Our PayPal address is africanvillage.1 at AOL.com. That's our address. Okay. If you're donating by way of Cash App, okay, go to, if you have Cash App in your phone or your device, okay, pull up the app, open it up, and when you make your pay, click pay, and you enter the amount. You want to pay it to cash tag Dr. Ray Hagins. That's our Cash App address. All right. If you're making a donation through Zelle, it's my email address. Yeah, just rayhagins@gmail.com. All right. Or if you're mailing in your donation, you see the address there. All right. And I'm thankful to those of you who have you made your change. To the Georgia address is there, the African Village. Still make your check money order out to the African Village. It's just sending it to our Georgia address. That's all. Okay, which is 863 Flat Shoals Road, Southeast, Suite 242, Conyers, Georgia, 30094. Okay. Yeah, man. And brothers and sisters, I thank you so very much for your donations and your support. It helps out so much in keeping us doing what we have to do. Also, brothers and sisters, don't forget this awesome organization right here, the Black Achievement Fund. Yep. Okay. Come on. That's right. Come on there, man. Be there in the Black Achievement Fund with us. Okay. Notice we're doing so many great things with Black Achievement Fund. I'm excited about it. Okay. Yeah, come on. Be a part of us. And there's our president there, Brother Arki. Awesome little brother. And notice I said little. He's little because he's not in stature, but he's not little. The brother got a vision. He's got a task that is much larger than so many that I know. Okay. This brother took it upon himself to create an entity for our economic empowerment. Okay. It's nonprofit. No one person controls all of the assets. Okay. It's a board of directors of which I'm a part of. Okay. So come on, I'm saying all that because I know how we are, man. We get into this thing of, well, who's controlling the money and all. Come on, it's time for us to get rid of that mentality. Get rid of that's low level thinking. Okay. In order for us to get someplace, we have to trust our people. Got me? We've been taught not to trust each other. You understand? So come on, be a part of Black Achievement Fund and see what we're doing and be a part of it. Yeah. Okay. And I'm excited about what's going on with the Black Achievement Fund, man. So come on and be a part of it. Family, I'm so excited to just be a vessel, an instrument in the hands of the Almighty. And notice I just used an anthropomorphic statement. I said in the hands of the Almighty. The Almighty doesn't have hands, right? So whatever work the Almighty is going to do on earth is going to have to be through us, our hands, our feet, our mouth, okay? Our ears listening to those who need an ear to hear them. Yeah, okay? Let's do our job in healing our community, empowering our people. Yeah, man, okay? I'm excited about listen, what can I tell you, man? What can I tell you? The very fact that I'm still able to do my job after 51 years of pastoral ministry. Yeah, and now just trying to reserve my energy to teach, and equip our people, not so much dealing with administrative stuff now, and the stressors of people's attitudes and mood swings and all that kind of stuff. I don't got too old for that. I just want to teach like I'm doing right now, and I'm going to do that as long as I can. Okay. So family, thank you for being with me today. It's time for me to get out of here now. And of course, you know what that means, right? The African in me loves the African in you. When we come together, ain't nothing we can't do. You know why? Because you're easy to love. So come on, let's sing that like we mean it together right now. Everybody, come on. Come on, everybody. The African in me. The African in me. Love the African in you. When we come together, ain't nothing we can't do. The African in me. Love the African in you. When we come together, ain't nothing we can't do. You're easy. You're so easy. You're easy to love. Let's do it again. The African in me, love the African in you. When we come together, ain't nothing we can't do. The African in me, love the African in you. When we come together, ain't nothing we can't do. You're easy. You're so easy. You're easy. Easy to love. And through the principles of my heart. Truth that's in me. Love, truth that's in you. When we come together, ain't nothing we can't do. Truth that's in me. Love, truth that's in you. When we come together, ain't nothing we can't do. You're easy. You're easy. You are so easy. Easy to love. Justice. Come on, everybody. The justice in me. Love the justice in you. When we come together, ain't nothing we can't do. Justice in me, love, justice in you. When we come together, ain't nothing we can't do. You're easy. You are so easy. You're easy to love. Righteousness. Everybody sing it. The righteousness in me. Love the righteousness in you. When we come together, ain't nothing we can't do. Righteousness in me. Love the righteousness in you. When we come together, ain't nothing we can't do. You're easy. You are so easy. I know you're easy. You're easy to love. Let's close out with the African in me. Come on. The African in me, love the African in you. When we come together, ain't nothing we can't do. The African in me, love the African in you. When we come together, ain't nothing we can't do. You're easy. You're so easy. You are so easy. You're easy to love. You're so easy to love. You're easy to love. Yeah, family. You're so easy to love. Thank you guys for being with me today. And remember this, okay? Whatever you do, remember this. Oh man, I mean to keep playing on it, but remember this. Whatever you're going through, okay, understand it's only to get you to the next level in your development. Got me? Okay. And remember, how you see your problem is your problem. Remember that. I don't know why I'm feeling led to say that in close out here today. How you see the problem is the problem. Okay. So change your perspective. See it differently. I promise things will be better for you. All right. Listen, you guys stay strong. I'll see you guys next week. Okay. Thank you for much myrrh to all of you. Myrrh is the Kemetic term for love. Okay. So much love to all of you. Thank you for loving Brother Ray. Hey, man. I'll see y'all next week. Okay. Peace.